And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Subnautica. We got some various things we're planning on working on. You can sort of see in the upper right there. We want to get the expanded moon pool bay so that we can run trailers on our sea truck here. Actually, run the sea truck as a truck. And then obviously we want to get the first truck component on the back so we can bring the prawn suit with us. Not sure how big I want to make the sea truck, necessarily. So let's pop on out. Let's see if we can reasonably get the truck component, the sea truck component here, to stick on somewhere. It is quite long. I think that's not going to work. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't want to interfere with that. That's not going to work. Yeah, might work. Something like that. Let's put it in there and see if we can get it connected. I suspect the answer is no. Oh, and this was considered close enough to be considered an attached item and has dropped our stability too low. Okay. And yet it's not very much not connected. Okay, so that's the end. We got to connect that bit to it. Deconstruct that. Get our bits back out of it. Surface and get some air. Thunderstorm time, apparently. Okay, so let's try that again. We worked out. Let's go sort of like that orientation. Okay, so we could attach it there if we didn't have those plants there. Can I get rid of those plants? I suspect the answer is no. Yeah, I think that's a no. Okay, so we're not going to be able to connect it to the existing base. So that means to really make use of it, we're going to have to move the base. Again. It's deeper water. So let's pop back into the base and fix all the holes we put in it. And we'll build a new one someplace. There should be 3 holes, I think. There we go. So that's all the holes fixed. We're gonna go set that up in deeper water. Our base is gonna recreate this exact same base. We're just gonna move some of the components around. Oh, there's actually still one leak.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build it from that big component out. That way we can work on spacing a little bit better. So we're gonna go out to deeper water here. And then we're probably going to put lots and lots and lots of reinforcements in this if it's big enough. We'll see. Okay, let's try that. Spot. Okay, so each base apparently has a strength of 5. This one is acceptable or attachable by that location. Okay. Or base of 10. That takes 5 off of it. Arguably, the next thing I probably do want to put in is the scanner room. Don't have the parts on me for it. We can attach the scanner room directly, so that's good to see. So I want to put a scanner room there. 5 titanium, 2 copper, 1 gold, and a coral sample. That's actually not too hard to do. If I don't happen to have those bits around, we can use the old scanner room to help us find them.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We have in our lockers right now. So there's a couple of copper. Sure, we're going to get the resources back as we disassemble the old one, but I would like to have the new one built and functional before we start disassembling the old one. Even though I'm basically just moving a base. So I think... got you out, so we can take... Okay, so I can't conveniently unpin from there. Okay. Scroll down there. The no sea truck. We got that one down, so next we want the scanner room. So we're just missing the table coral and the titanium. So it's left most of the titanium outdoors. Yeah, most of the titanium's left outdoors. Okay. It's easy to do. And I need to get a coral. I don't necessarily need much help finding coral. Coral's pretty easy to find. It just requires me moving over to the next biome is probably a good way to describe it. Over the next biome, and then we look around a bit. You usually find it pretty quickly, so there's a piece. We only need one piece. But yeah, the plan is right now we're gonna get the sort of the bigger base together with the longer dock on it, so we can have more modules in our sea truck, and still be able to dock it to charge. And then we can take the prawn suit around with us. I'm coming over here because I know this storage container here is my titanium storage. Take a quick surface, get some air. Dive back down. Okay. And then onto that... Oh, that's a good question. Can I just moon pool right next to it? I can. Okay. We need more titanium, we need more lubricant, need some lead. And we need more lead anyway, so I'll get in the place over here. So we can have some oxygen. Eat that for food. And then we gotta unpin you. I know I want some moon pool and a multi-purpose room. And probably an eye compartment to connect them. case we need an eye compartment. So we're getting a sort of an idea of what we need list-wise. So mostly titanium, except for a little bit of lead. We were short on lead, unless we disassemble existing stuff. So I'm going to use our improved scanner room here to tell us where the lead might be. I suppose we can put a pin on for solar panels. It's going to be a bigger base, so we're probably going to want more power. So building a couple of solar panels over there to start with would not be a bad plan. Okay, and now we can use... Oh, we built the base literally on top of some lead. Okay. So pull the lead out of the environment first, or at least try to, as I keep pulling titanium instead of lead. That's not great luck. 3 for 3 on pulling titanium instead of lead out of my lead deposits. Surface of some oxygen. And yeah, this, as you can see, this is very useful for showing us where things might be, so I don't have to run around looking for them. There's 2 pieces of lead. We want like 5, so we're gonna keep looking for a bit. And we are making pretty good time, I think, getting these pieces together. Okay, so we got 4 of the 5 we want. Let's grab one more, and then we can get to starting to assign some of these parts to the construction site. And then we're going to be looking for quartz. That's not quartz. And some copper so we can get the solar panels going on the new one. Okay, got lucky there. Grab an extra piece of titanium because it's going to be pretty titanium heavy. Oh, the first part it wants is the lubricant. I gotta get the lubricant first. Oops. Oh, and the titanium ingot. It's gonna want one of those 2 pieces first, isn't it? Okay, we didn't have to loot those. I need to grab a seed pod. Seed pod on the way back, that's good. Just gonna make some lubricant out of it. That's 2 ingots. I might actually need to make more, grab more titanium. I don't have any ingots around. Okay. We can get the old base and get some titanium from there. And then I need actually some quartz, although that's not going to be hard to find, I suppose. I still might take advantage of the fact that we have a scanner room, tell it to look for quartz. So I don't have to look hard. So over time, we'll replace the granite depictions with quartz. I don't have to go out of my way looking in the wrong places. I can just go straight to some quartz. Oh, I probably want some lead, or not some lead, some copper. Before we get too ahead of ourselves. Not lucky with copper. Have copper. I swear I have more than one piece of copper. There we go. Probably only need the 2 solar panels. We'll probably finish disassembling the old one first, or we need more than 2. Here's a piece of quartz. Okay, so we got 4 pieces of quartz, which is enough for 2 solar panels. We got enough titanium there and lead that we can build the moon pool. Which then means we'll be able to get inside the new base. I can remember where I parked the new base. There it is. Okay, so there's not enough structural integrity to the base. Let's see if we can fix that.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Lithium, or do a bulkhead as an option? Made a bulkhead. Okay, I have to go back outside because I don't have enough air in here. Spend too long looking for bits that I can't find. Okay, what don't I need? I don't need the moon pool. Let's take the moon pool off the checklist. Not reinforcement, reminding ourselves that lithium would work, or might work, might not work. Need specific wall locations for the reinforcement to go in.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Is there a bulkhead? There probably is. I'm probably just missing it. Got it installed a couple times. Presumably there is. There it is. Silicon rubber. Okay. Rubber titanium for the bulkhead. So let's see if we can bulkhead it first before I bulkhead locations in here. Game is saying no, so this is because I got no hallways. So what's going on? Yeah, it's because I got hallways. Okay, the alternative is checking reinforcements. Okay, so I can reinforce there. I think it's all the snake points I can reinforce. That's what's going on. Okay. So that wouldn't be a bad point. And probably going to need more than one. Can I reinforce anywhere in this one? I think the answer is no. And then that's not a real hallway, that's just an attachment to this thing. Okay. Let's go grab some of that lithium. We can get there and fix it. I think we're only going to need the one reinforcement for the moment. And then we can reinforce the multipurpose room, I believe, as well.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I have no inventory space. Okay. Going to put the one reinforcement. Hopefully that's enough. Okay. So then if I go... Well, actually, let's put the solar panels on first. The thing has power, so once I fix the holes, it has the power to pump the stuff out. Exterior solar panel. And on the solar panel. There should be more than enough power for this existing base. Then we go inside. And fix the holes.
Hull integrity restored.
There we go.
Draining systems initiated.
Like that, we can get our oxygen back. And I need more titanium. Of course, with that, I can swap over to using the new scanner room. Let's turn the old one off. I guess some of the old scanner room. Let's save us some materials. Start to recruit some materials from the old one. Put in the new one. And the scanner upgrade is actually in my character, not in the room here. So happily hop in our truck. Get out of the moon pool. And we can do some disassembly on the old one, so we're moving it over to the new one. The one room I might leave intact is actually I might leave the multipurpose room intact. Because moving the inventory over will be a little bit tedious. I suppose we could try parking in the view. How are we supposed to park this? That may have been a mistake. Or maybe we should have stuff on the back to park there? Or actually, I suppose one way we might be parking it wrong is maybe it's just to park it backwards. Situation where we're parking this way. Nope. Do not know how how that works. That's supposed to be a parking spot for the sea truck, but could also be the base is out of power. We got nice light from the sea truck parking. Ah, I think the base is out of power. Yeah, there's no power in the base. Parking doesn't work with no power in the base. It's nighttime. Yeah, 0% sun and the power's out. Apparently the base used up too much power cleaning itself of water and putting air in itself. Oh, and this base is about to run out of power, because of course this one is as well. Using too much power at the nighttime.
Warning, emergency power only.
Oh, then I gotta take the bulkhead out of that one first. Indoor space. Then we finish assembling you. Then we assemble this one. Don't need it anymore. Let's try parking our sea truck again. Now that the base in theory probably has some power. Okay, so with power we can dock in this point. Good to know. So you can park in the other parking spot. Now that it also has power. Yes. Vehicle upgrade console, if we wanted it. Okay. And that's how we get out the back. Okay, and I can exit via that door. Nice and convenient. Okay. Now we gotta work the scanning room here. And in this one, if we've got the space... I'm using the right tool. Interior module, one of vehicle darking module. Can't put it in that hook point because we've already got something there. Oh, I could put it there. That'll work. No, I don't have my wire or the ship. Okay. While we're at it, we're gonna want to add a multi-purpose room that's connected. Oh, and I can't get away with actually doing the no eye bits in. Okay, so that works. And then we want a hatch, so we don't always have to come in via the moon pool. That's quartz and titanium. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, I need quartz and titanium for the thing. I grabbed the wire, or grabbed the thing I needed for the moon pool. So let's pop in and get the moon pool one developed. There we go. Even though we did work out that this didn't really help us anyway. Oh yes, upgrades that apparently we can build elsewhere. And bronzite upgrades that apparently we can build elsewhere, but yeah, we can build them here too. Because I'm going to disassemble the moon pool. So it being on the moon pool roof doesn't work. No space. I'm going to put a couple of them over here, because we're going to try to keep the multi-purpose room here for a bit. Oops. Put it back together instead of finish taking it apart. Some quartz. Oh, my inventory's full. That would be titanium, but my solar panels down first. Get them out of the inventory.
Oxygen.
Back down we go. Second, well, fourth solar panel on the roof. Should be enough for most of our power requirements. Components inside. I've got a bulkhead in here, don't I? Yeah, I think the bulkhead's considered on the joint between the two parts. I'm gonna destroy the bulkhead. Then I can come out. Get rid of you. I don't think I need the eye compartment here either. We'll just keep the multi-purpose room. I think the creep run is actually to make some Something was thinking about building involved silicone. Bulkheads. Okay. We didn't have any places to put bulkheads in there, although we might now. Might be worth checking to see if we can fit it. There we go. Okay, we just got the multi-purpose room there. If I don't have space to put bulkheads, I think I might want to put a couple reinforcement points in. Oops. I still don't have the quartz that detected. Whoops. Did the titanium despawn while I was, Oh, titanium's there, so we're just looking for the quartz. Gonna flail around looking for quartz for a moment because I don't have this kind of room turned on looking for it. But it's quartz, it's pretty common to see. I'm not looking for it. Always tends to be harder to find when I'm looking for it. Salt, that's not what I'm looking for. Here's quartz. Got the titanium. My inventory's full. There we go. Inventory not full anymore. Now, back to base, put the door on it. You can use some of the surplus titanium to get some storage in there. And then we can build the truck butt. The prawn element, prawn storage. Probably gonna need a fabricator. Actually, surprised to have that much of the fabricator. We're gonna want a battery charger. I don't have the bits for it on me right now, but that's neat. We're gonna want it. And then a couple wall lockers would not be bad. It helps clear out the inventory a bit. And then we can move over the stuff I don't need out of the inventory. I need a couple lead. Don't actually think I need the silicon. Don't need the titanium ingots. Don't need the lubricant. Okay, that clears a bunch of inventory space. Do I make the trailers at the mobile vehicle bay? The other question is, where is my mobile vehicle bay? There's the mobile vehicle bay. Modules. Yes, I do make them here. We know we want the sea truck. Yeah, I think the sea truck's the only bit we want right now. The aquarium's not that interesting to me. Fabricators are a little bit tempting, but we don't have all the fragments to it yet. Now, I'm assuming that the trailer is not self-driving, so I'm gonna have to bring the vehicle over here and probably figure out a way to attach it. Yeah, assuming the trailer's not self-towing. Should probably put a beacon at the new base because it's getting a little far away from the old location, the original base, which is in theory making it harder to find. So we get a trailer, get the prawn suit and trailer, get this docked, and we'll have, for an episode where we really didn't do any exploration, got a pretty productive episode, I'm gonna say. I might take the time to move that base, move more of the base, but that's gonna take a little bit of time. Okay, so the question is, which way does the attachment work? Maybe not this side. Well, that actually looks more like the side where the prawn suit attaches to. Don't think that attached. It's probably this side. There we go. Okay, so we damaged it with a collision a couple times, but we got our trailer. The trailer's attached. Here is the prawn suit with a exit port for the sea truck. Okay. Repair from in here. That's convenient. There we go. So we fixed the trailer. I'm actually thinking about it. I should pilot the sea truck so we can get the prawn suit in the trailer. Maybe didn't put the parking spot very well for the prawn suit. Don't have that much hover on it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Prawn suit attached to the trailer. There we go. There's my eject docked vehicle button. Okay, now, can I dock the whole shebang? Okay. Attached, attached, attached. Currently have no complaints. Hope it stays that way. Interior module. Any places I can put bulkheads in here just for a little bit more reinforcement? I think the answer is no. I think I would have had to put an eye compartment in. Get a bulkhead. Yeah. Okay. Find some more titanium or lithium. I can put a reinforcement panel in, I suppose.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So inventory looking like pretty full. I think that's a good place to put a trip over the new base. Okay. And we can open you up with the batteries on the charger. So they're there when we need them. I have a modification station. Those will put the posters up behind the modification station. There are more posters in the game, but a Twitch chatter brought up that the posters that we were walking by when we were in the room could be picked up. Particularly that there was a hanging in there camp poster, which is interesting enough that I picked it up. Interior module, cyclotron. Modification station. Caffeine-free coffee, oh dear. Can't even get any good coffee on this planet, apparently. Okay. Now we can go grab a few more things. Meantime, need this stuff here. Stuff out of the items we disassembled that we don't need anymore. What do we got in here? We got the storage and we got the food bay. Okay. That's why I wanted to pick up the whole food, because otherwise I wouldn't have... I don't think it disassembles it. Allows me to disassemble it when it's got stuff in it. And then from eating all the food, we're fed and watered. And then we'll put a indoor crow bed. Well, the first, let's... Not actually going to install it, but we want... water filtration. Know how much space that's going to take up. And then I think... Actually, I think we've got enough that I can get away with no bulkhead. Of course, you took one of my titanium, didn't you? Don't happen to... Oh, there was a titanium there. There we go. There we go. And then we're gonna do 2 potatoes. I'm gonna do... Well, that probably wasn't the best arrangement. Work. 2 potatoes, 2 pepper plants. So I'll have to retrieve the stuff for the water filtration unit. Let's go do that next. And then with that is the storage and the stuff on the roof. And what I might do is I think I'll probably leave storage here. And one of the solar panels. Because it's just not worth moving at all. Yeah, I think the squeeze for moving everything isn't worth it. We'll leave one solar panel here just to keep the base oxygenated. It's barely gonna have any power consumption with nothing in it to draw power. The one solar panel should be enough to keep the oxygen going in the building. There we go. There we go. So yeah, we have 2.8 hull strength, so we're actually good there. And we'll haul into the water and the food. And yeah, so I think that's probably a good place to call it for the episode. We'll go take one last check to see there's nothing necessarily that we're missing in the old base that I think needs to be moved right away. Yeah, so I think we just got the contents. Oh, I probably do want to move the helmet, so I remember where the helmet is. And you know what, I'll move the ion cubes so we don't misplace the ion cubes. I don't think they're as important in Subnautica Below Zero as they are in the original Subnautica. And the original Subnautica also had a renewable source of them, so there might be a renewable source of them in this game as well. Yep, so if something goes wrong, we've got... Just gotta remember stuff's over here that we can go grab. Oh, and I should set up a beacon, so when we don't have the ships here, we can find where our new base is. Let's unpin all this stuff. We don't need it pinned anymore. and then I want one beacon. This is maybe an argument to build more than one beacon, but we're going to build one beacon for the moment. Beacon. Copper, titanium. Copper, titanium.
Use beacons to mark traversed territory. Show or hide the signals of your choice with your Xenoworks EDA. Now with surface support.
There we go. So now we can see where our sea truck dock is whenever we want it. I know we want to make that hover. What's it bay? Stores and repairs the Snow Fox hover bike. Looks like that's a silver and a couple titanium. I haven't yoinked any of the materials in the old base, right? So we still got the silver over there. So I'm gonna see if I got the stuff for the hover bike here without having to scrounge for more materials. If we do, well, whether I do or not, we're probably gonna take the part break in here. So silver ore, I'm gonna need. We had some titanium in here. Yeah, we had some titanium. Grab that as well. Okay. I think we're gonna go ahead and put a power break in. I don't know how that hover bike thing works. I think we'll try that out in the next one. I don't know if it's a exterior in that we build it underwater. It's a hover bike. Silverx hover pad. That's the question I have, right? Is do we? I presumably don't build it inside, right? This is the exterior model. The question is, do I build it underwater, or do I build it on land? Thinking we build it on land. That's what we'll probably go do next time, is we'll take it over where we probably want the hover bike for traversing on land, and see if we can build it on land there. No local water production yet. Although we have quite a bit in the inventory, so that's not a concern. And yeah, this is where we're going to put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. And that one we'll be doing a bit more exploration, because we spent most of this one building and moving the base. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break, get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we'll be back to record 3 more parts today. So until then, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.